Okay, now you're ready to make your first chart. For your first chart, you are going to include the movie names, the dates, and obviously the data. So we're not going to include the total. Just as a general rule, unless a teacher indicates or an assignment indicates to include the total, don't, because it typically skews the rest of your chart and makes it look different. So to do that, you want to make sure you highlight the information that you're wanting to chart first. So you're going to highlight A2 through C7. Now, guys, if you don't highlight August 25th through 27th and September 1st through the 3rd, it's going to say over on the legend Series 1 and Series 2. You cannot change that. You have to make sure that you highlight the data first. Also, if all you do is click a blank cell and click Insert Chart, it's going to give you a blank chart. So it's going to chart what information you give it. So you're going to highlight A2 through C7. Go up here to Insert, Chart, and just choose a normal 2D chart. All right. You're going to cut this chart and paste it into your charts sheet. Okay, and then go to your sheet, mark charts, and just do Control V or right-click paste, or click this one. Otherwise, sometimes kids will paste it as a picture and then you don't get chart tools up here. So make sure it's just a simple paste. We're going to change our color scheme to a black and white. So where it says change colors. Actually, let's just do this. Let's just do, click on your blue, click on one of your blues, and on your home ribbon, choose black. And right here, you can choose gray, or you can make your background gray, make that white. We're going to change the name of the title, and that's just by clicking here. All right, we're going to move our legend to the side. So the way to do that is you're going to click, I think it's easiest to click on your legend because then it kind of will pop this up. Otherwise, just click on the add sign and hover your mouse over legend because you already see it. If you don't have a legend and you want to see it, then yeah, you would check legend. And over here, you're going to say to the right. All right, actually, let's add this to the top. Okay. You want to do that instead of just clicking on the box and moving it up to the top, because when you use the computer to do it, see how it reformatted my chart based on where it was. Like if I move it to the left, it gives me room here. If I move it to the top, it gives me room up there. If you just move it, it won't. Like I was saying earlier, this information in your chart is generated by what you highlighted. So if it says something like Series 1, Series 2, that's because you didn't highlight it. If down here it says 1, 2, 3, 4, then you need to start over and re-highlight your information. All right, we're going to add data labels to our chart. So we're going to go here to data labels, and we're going to tell it to add data labels to the outside end. Okay, now when we do that, notice how it kind of jumbles them a little bit. So I'm going to click on just one of them and it should select all the series for August 25th through 27th. And in my home ribbon, make it a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. That way I can see 10.3. And guys, sometimes this is just super helpful when you're trying to chart information to give it more exact. So that's a data label. The last thing that we're going to do is change how our axis is counting. So right now it's counting by 2. So it's major unit is 2. So it goes from 0, the maximum is 12, and the major unit is 2. So we're going to change that. So again, just like earlier, whenever you're wanting to click on something or change it, click on it. Sometimes you have to right click and say format axis or whatever it is to get this to pop up. All right. So I click on my format axis and I'm going to go over here, and it's part of how I want my chart to look. So this is like the look of it. Again, more options there. Here we're talking about how is it charted? So under axis options, I'm going to keep my minimum 0 and my maximum 12, and I'm going to change my major unit to 1 and my minor unit, if it changes to 0.2, that's fine. Okay, so notice here that it gave me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just kind of a more, so if someone had to read this chart, maybe without data labels, it would be a little bit easier to read it. And then make your chart a little bit bigger. So I'm going to stretch mine from A1 through H18. Again, guys, if down here you can't read all of your axis labels, just make your chart a little bit bigger. So let's take it to from A1 to I18. All right, you're done with your first chart.